Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Read Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. We are on Ciel's route, and you know what that means. We get to skip many scenes because we've seen them already, and that's really nice. That's really nice. I will say I'm going to keep the do you want to go to next scene just because it makes it easier to compartmentalize in my mind how far we're going. Okay, so we're here on the day that was not. We've met Noelle, right? We met Professor Arak and her rack. And so last time we bought some bread, right? Is that what we did last time? Okay, let's start by, I think this will probably involve meeting with Senpai and Arihiko. Let's start by going out into the hallway, and then we'll go to the calf. We'll give that a try. We'll also pop down a save here, so we can easily come back to this. Let's start with that. Oh, well, never mind. The moment I step into the hallway, I see the familiar face of a certain third-year student. Boy, we couldn't run from her for any length of time.
あれ、どうしたんですか、先輩。2年の教室に何か用事でも?
And she's thinking you, but not gonna say that.
はい、もちろんです。正確に言うと2年生の教
Wait.
室にではなく、2年生の特定のある人物になのですが。
I'm kind of falling in love with her theme. I know it's Le French music, but it kind of fits her personality a lot. A smile spreads across Ciel's face as she saunters close.
先ほど購買部で大変良い新商品を購入したのですが、調子に乗って買いすぎてしまいまして、一人では食べきれないので、暇そうなお話し相手を捕まえに来たところなのです。
Are you using me for snack disposal? Well, say no more. So the question is this a fourth scene? This is! Oh my god, there's even another alternate one? How the frick do we get all of these scenes? What? Like, we got this one, but then what would be the alternate for this? I guess the alternate would be maybe not being on Ciel's route? Oh, jeez. Okay.
はあ、捕まえに来たですか。
I don't think there's anyone here with nothing to do, but for Ciel, any one of them would make time. If anything, they'd line up for the opportunity. That aside,
先輩、2年生の教室に来ちゃダメですよ。上級生なんだから。誘うなら3年のクラスメイトを誘ってください。
it
そ
is
の方が会話も弾むでしょう。
it's so funny to think about how in high school, the difference in like 1 year is seen as like, well, we can't talk with a third year. That's like, what do we talk about? We're so different. It's like, it's 1 year difference. Like, who cares? Like, I get it. I understand when it's like earlier in school and the difference in 1 year is a lot. But like, once you're in high school, man, it barely matters.
そうなんですけど、今日は年下の男の子とお話がしたい気分なんです。なんとなくなので、理由は聞かないでください。
Once again, the words younger boy are so funny in this context. She slides towards me as she speaks, closing the distance between us. Boy, you are close.
遠野くん、お暇ですか?
You are absolutely French with how much you're in my personal bubble.
ええ、それはまあ、これから昼食を取るだけですけど。
それじゃあ捕まえました。二人で仲良く食べましょう。素敵な食事と一緒に遠野くんの時間もいただきですね。
Okay, but what if you do? What if you do gorge yourself? What if you get a little tummy? You need someone to rub that tummy. You get a little pot belly, you need a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, wow, you are forward. She keeps smiling as she tugs on my sleeve. I look like she was interlocking arms. It's a simple gesture, but I'm compelled to follow by a mysterious, irresistible force. This game's subtitle should honestly just be Tsukihime, White Women Are Magic. We walk into the courtyard. With an autumn well underway, the sunshine can't disguise the chill in the air. The students who eat lunch in the courtyard tend to be the artsy, nature-loving type. I guess Ciel, being French, is one of them.
今日は珍しくベンチが空いています。さすが、ついてますね、遠野くん。
I see 3 free benches, but alright. Ciel bounces over to the bench, don't use that term, and takes a seat. I follow suit, keeping a safe distance between us.
それで購買部の新商品って何なんですか？
It's gonna be gosh dang curry bread, I'm calling it now.
1年前に姿を消したカニクリームコロッケロール。
Crab croquette bun? Legend tells of a snack among snacks that once graced our school. They stopped making it after only a week because it costs too much, but even now, there are no shortage of students praying for its comeback. Some even call it the McRib of Japan.
それはですね。
It's gonna be curry. It's gonna be curry. Ciel smiles so blissfully she practically glows. She sets a paper bag on her lap and pulls out 4 buns.
じゃーん、購買部の仕入れルートに進言すること早1週間。ついに本格ベーカリーのアイテム販売が実現したのです。
Oh, it's just dang good bread? Sure. She holds up a short, plump oval slightly larger than her palm. The surface is dark golden brown and gleaming with deep frying oil. All 4 are identical. Looks to me like freshly fried. There it is. Curry bread.
この生まれたばかりと見まごう焼き加減。1個300円と割高ですが、学生の税ここに極まった。
$3 is nothing. What are you talking about? Oh my god, $3 for curry bread? That's nothing.
はい、どうぞ遠野くん。特別に半分お分けしますから遠慮なく。遠野くん？
いや、先輩、これさ。
This is from that famous bakery by the station, isn't it?
Why?
Pourquoi? Wait.
Why?
Is that meant to be her saying why in English? But they turned it into pourquoi? That's good. Oh, that's good. If only that were all that she was asking. But her eyes are demanding to know how I can be anything but thrilled by this, questioning whether I'm even from this planet and I can't bear
昨
it.
日もそうだったけど、先輩、辛いの好きなの？
I get the feeling that it's better not to ask if she likes curry specifically. And she's like, no, I like curry specifically.
まあ、でも辛ければ好きというわけではなくてですね。特定の味付けが大変美味しく感じるというか、そうですね。いくら好きでも4つ全部同じ味というのはちょっと考えなしでしたね。
Hashtag women be eating. I'm glad to see Ciel has some amount of self-awareness.
でもわかりますよ。好きなものってちょっと多いぐらい買い込んでおかないと不安になりますからね。それじゃお言葉に甘えて遠慮なく。
I take a curry bread from the pile on her lap and bring it to my mouth.
いただきます。外はカリカリ、パンは油が染みてほのかに甘く、中の具はしっかり詰まってる。美味しい。本当に美味しいですね、先輩。
Just doing a little food critique. There's something refreshing about eating something I usually wouldn't. I tend to avoid it since it's so oily, but there are a few greater pleasures than deep-fried bread.
でも先輩、お腹は大丈夫ですか？カレーと揚げパンって胃にもたれますよ。女の子にはきついのではないかと。
Oh, hashtag women don't be eating?
そうなんですか？ 私はこの後体育ですから問題なく消化できちゃうと思います。はい。
Yeah, I don't know. I'm of the opinion if I'm going to be exercising, I don't want to be eating anything oily or anything before the hand because that's just going to make you feel bad, right? People are like, "Oh yeah, whatever, I'll go for a run." It's like, "Well, that's going to feel awful." Right? If she has pee right after this, isn't that, yeah, all the more reason to eat something that'll be easy on the stomach? I have no clue what goes on in that head of hers.
体が丈夫なのだけが取り柄ですから私。あ、それよりお茶ですよね。麦茶でいいですか、遠野くん。
Barley tea's weird. I got some Kumamoto prefecture barley tea, mostly because they had Kumamon on them. Shoutouts to Kumamon. But like you have it and you're like, yeah, it tastes wheaty. It's strange. I made iced tea with it though, and it actually came out pretty good. Different though, not like regular iced tea.
ういっせー、やっぱり日本人は麦茶っすよね。
Hey, buddy.
あったまったカレーパンゲット。
I'm about as startled as Ciel. Before I could react, Arihiko sneaks up on us, reaches over the bench and steals a curry bread and eats it whole.
なるほど、こいつはうまい。すげえうまい。何よりカレーの味がする。空腹で起きたばかりの俺にはごちそうすぎますな。
Were you just on the ground behind us?
いや、ちょい腹にもたれるけど、そこは先輩の真心でイーブンってことで。
Smooth. Arihiko laughs heartily. The bastard must have seen the two of us together and followed us in secret.
アリヒコ、お前、なんでそう人の邪魔をすることばかりに長けているんだ。
Dang.
それともそういう生き物なのか。抜けがけはなしですよ、お客さん。一人で美味しい目見ようったってそうはいかねえ。
You know, and I don't think he's talking about the curry pan. Except he is talking about some buns, am I right? Heyo.
つうかランチなら俺も回せろよ。昨日席譲ってやったんだから、今日は俺が譲られる番ですよね。
Of course, Arihiko would twist yesterday's events into him saving a seat for Ciel. Oh, is it maybe from us going to lunch with them? Maybe. Right? Because we got... we might have to play around to find that other one.
すみません、先輩。うちのクラスのバカが失礼を働きました。こんなことを言ってますけど、昨日は一応役に立ったんで同席させて。先輩。
I turned my eyes from Arihiko to Ciel, and I'd swear my eyes were playing tricks on me.
残念ながら却下です。
That's such a good pose.
乾くんはそこで歯を食いしばってください。
Ciel has gotten to her feet and assumed a fighting stance. See, this is great because if you play her in Actress again, she has a full alternate moveset that is boxer, including like doing the flash punches and stuff. It's so good. Her left jabs whoosh through the
な
air.
んかどうに入ってらっしゃる？
Yes, she is. Even with our untrained eyes, we can tell that her form is perfect.
怒ってるぞ、アリヒコ。たかだかカレーパン一つつまみ食いされたぐらいで大人げないぐらい怒ってるぞ、あの人。なんだこれ、冷やす。
This sucks, man.
やばい、検圧で先輩が大きく見える。あ、今かすった。鼻先にジュってかすった。助けて、どうぞなんとかして先輩に謝って。
And the best part is, like, under there, she's ripped. Oh, she's ripped. She's got the muscles. You won't see it in the art, but it's there.
謝るのはお前だろ。寄るな、こっちに寄るな。俺まで犠牲者にするつもりか。
I tear away from the idiot clinging to me.
さすが当のナイス白状。すみません先輩。つまみ食いは出来心っつかノリっつか、こう先輩とランチするためのアプローチというかですね。
なるほど。この席に入りたかった。
She's still going.
ですがふさわしい入場券が見当たりませんね。ランチであれば何か食べ物を持ってくるべきでは。
オッケー、了解しました。急いで調達してきます。
And there he goes. Arihiko runs away at full speed. Ciel sits back down on the bench as if nothing had happened.
乾くんにも困ったものです。いただきますの言葉もなかったばかりか、一口で飲み込んでしまうなんて、食材への感謝の気持ちが足りません。
That is pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Food deserves to at least be savored a bit, you know?
まあ、大変華麗な感想を二度口にしたので、今回は特別に多めに見てあげますが。
She shrugs her shoulders in a silent good grief.
お待たせ！入場券買ってきましたぜ！
Alright, what did you bring?
おお。
Arihiko comes rushing back in about 5 minutes. In his hands are 2 bulging paper bags.
これ多すぎじゃ。
どうよ、あれだけ買い占めてみた。なんていうか、これだけあれば先輩も怒りを鎮めてくれると信じて。
Buddy, aren't you kind of hard up on money? Okay. Where'd you get the money for this? I see. Ciel really struck fear into Arihiko's heart back then. A terror that only he as a target would know.
いや、それにしても紙袋2つ分のカレーパンはやりすぎだ。皿に盛られたコロッケじゃ。
Ciel just be like, no, there's no issue.
片付けるんだ。
It's fine, dude. Don't worry.
食い切れなきゃ残せよ。多少は日持ちすんだから、明日の昼までの完食にすればいい。そういうわけで、はい、先輩。さっきの謝罪とお昼を一緒にする袖の下っす。
これはご丁寧にありがとうございます。どうぞ乾くん、ベンチの方に。
She's secretly
私は
beaming
立っていますから。
from how much curry bread they have now.
何言ってんすか。先輩は座っててください。で、俺がいない間にどんな話してたんすか？学校終わったら遊びに行くとか？
その逆。学校の中の話。お前朝いなかったから富山の代わりに新しい先生が来たことも知らないだろう。
Oh, right.
うちのクラ
Ooh.
スの連中が舞い
He
上がって
would
るくらい
know
美
about
人なのに
Noel, huh?
何それ初耳。新しい先生って転校生みたいなもんで、どんなタイプ？俺高圧的な女教師は趣味じゃねえんだけど。
She might be a predator?
いかにも去年まで研修生だったって感じでバリッバリの癒し系。お前包容力のある年上が好きなんだろ。よかったな。好み通りの25歳だ。
やめて。
Good sprite.
25歳だけはやめて。姉貴と同い年じゃねえか。それだけは生理的に受け付けるんだよ俺。
Okay, there's 2 surprising things happening. 1, that sprite's adorable, and I love it. 2, that's weird, buddy. That should make no connection. What?
おや、乾くん、年上の女性が好みなんですか？
Oh, buddy.
そうっすよ。年上はめんどくさくないし。あ、いや、可愛ければめんどくさいのもありなんで、一つ下まではありですが。
ふむふむ。甘えるのも構うのも得意なわけですか。ところで遠野くんは年上範囲なんですか？
So, there's no option other than older girls in this game.
特に意識はしたことはないですけど、有彦ほど自由じゃないとは思います。
That's weird. Buddy, there is no other option.
まったうっそくさい。なんか遠野からはお姉さん殺しの匂いがするんだよな。家庭教師とか主治医の娘さんとか、その手の話にはこと書かないんじゃねえの？
Okay, the private tutor. Who's that? Who's that? That sounds like we're setting up for something there. Now the female physician, she's also a predator. And we're not talking about Iraq, right? Iraq is, she's there, and sure, that works. But there's that other one who might be the worst out of everyone if we just go by numbers.
黙ってろ。いいから黙ってろ。そもそも家庭教師とか雇ったこと
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
では主治医の娘さんはあるんですか？
So, okay, I'm curious if this is going to be about Iraq or if this is about the daughter of the doctor there.
ありますけど名式だけです。シエル先輩も有彦のヨタ話に乗らないでください。
ヨタ話じゃないけどな事実だけどな実際抜き駆けして年上の先輩とランチしてたじゃないですか。
Oh, he's such a funny dude.
ですよね。遠野くんがあんまりにも無防備にひょこひょこ歩いていたので、私もつい誘われてしまったのです。
Oh, now we're a
なんという
rabbit.
か雪原でウサギに会ったような気分でした。
Dang. We were a cat, then we were a dog, now we're a rabbit.
はあ、まあ実際はウサギの皮をかぶった冷血生物なんですけどね、こいつ。クモとかサソリとかあの手の機械っぽい生き物。
Sorry, buddy, what do you know? They burst out laughing. As much as I want to object, I know it would only make it worse, so I bite my tongue. Our stock of curry bread dwindles one by one. I compared it to a buffet earlier, but I take that back. We're going through the mountain of curry bread like a pack of chips. There's still a little under 20 minutes before lunch ends. The fate of the curry bread has been sealed. We continue to chat for the rest of lunch. Arihiko and I talk about something stupid, Ciel jumps in to offer her opinion, then we change subject and rinse and repeat. Curry bread continues to disappear all the while. This ordinary time spent in ignorant bliss passes by like sand through our fingers.
おっと、そろそろ頭が痛くなってきた。腹もくれ。いや待って、何も食べてないような、食べられなかったような。まいか。眠くなってきたんで保健室に逃げ込みますわ。
You are incorrigible.
じゃあな先輩、今度は俺と二人っきりでお願いします。
Arihiko runs off to the nurse's office, no doubt planning to skip afternoon classes as well.
やれやれ、注意するべきなんでしょうけど、不思議と乾くんには甘くなってしまいますね。これも人徳なのでしょうか。
Sia looks exasperated as she watches Arihiko run
あ
off.
いつ必要最低限のことはきっちりこなしてますからね。事故の不始末は自分で片付けるやつだし、先輩も信頼して放任してるんじゃないですか。
なるほど、確かにそんな気はします。付き合いが長いだけあってよく分かっているんですね、乾。
ただの腐れ縁です。先輩だってすぐに分かりますよ。あいつ突き抜けたアホだから。
He is, but he's kind of our idiot. Despite my negativity, Ciel's kind smile never falters.
何ですかその含み笑い。
いえいえ、遠野くんが笑っているものですから、私もつられて笑っているんです。
As soon as she says that, I notice that my mouth has curved into a faint smile. Today was a rare occasion. Now I think about it, I haven't had much chance to be a normal student, just doing normal student things like hanging out in the courtyard.
そうですね。ちょっと楽しかったです。あんまり中庭に出たことがなかったから。ああ、でも前にもこんなことがあったような。シエル先輩と会った時でしたっけ？
I think back to the time I first met Ciel. Ciel pauses for a moment.
ええ、こんな出来事ならたくさんありました。きっと数えきれないぐらい。
A sincere smile spreads across her face. So is this game just not going to have the whole Ciel fixing the fence thing? It was always a bit weird. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for this to finish. Okay, so now we're going to go to load. And because I want to do the other one, I'm going to go to the end of Arcueid's route here. I'm going to then flowchart back to that day. And I'm going to see about going into... right, and doing the lunchtime for the other one. Let's just see here. Yes. Because if we don't really know about her, what do we get? Wait, I head for the stairs. Whether I go to the cafeteria, whether I go to the cafeteria school store, I have to go down to the first floor. Oh, this is different. But as I make my way down to the first floor, I run into someone I wasn't expecting to see. The new teacher, Miss Noel, is loitering on the land. It's rare to see a teacher out in the hall during lunch. Hey, buddy, sometimes we just literally have to be places because we're told we need to monitor, or sometimes we just want to be out in the hall and say hi to the students, right? Especially as a new teacher, you're going to want to be out there trying to get to know the students, right? At our school, teachers generally eat in their faculty room, the supply room, or the teacher space in the cafeteria. I don't see any reason for her to be on the landing between the first and second floors. Perhaps...
先生、もしかして迷子ですか?
Oh. No, that's fair. I don't think there's any way she could be, but I figure I should ask just in case.
やだもう、そんな頼りなさそうに見えた？ただの気分転換、ちょっとした息抜きよ。だってここの職員室めっちゃアットホームでさ。
No.
短い時間ですが、我々のことは家族と思ってください。
That's a good sprite. That's a really good sprite. I love her pretending to be the principal.
とか言われたら目が点になるでしょ。新任初日で歓迎会に誘われるとか、心の準備ができてないっていうか。
Then again, not showing up is also kinda oof.
みんなニコニコ笑顔って逆に怖くない？
はあ、まあ確かに。
Now I'm the one caught off guard. Miss Noel is so candid that I cannot but agree with her as though we're friends. I do think it's important for teachers to be candid and just totally treat the students normally. Talk to them about things normally. Like, things like, I think it's fair for a teacher to be like, isn't it kind of scary to be the one with the eyes on you in the room? Because then it lets the student be introspective, right? And lets them know that they themselves are human. I think it's a big difference, though, between East versus West for teachers. Because in the West, we really put a focus on mental health. And that's not the case in the East. And so teachers are allowed to be a bit more upfront about problems, right? It's just an interesting thing.
でしょ？高校の教師とか半端に大人ぶった子供の相手で疲れ切ってるんだろうななんて甘く見てた。
Yeah, they're usually there because they wouldn't get run down by it.
めっちゃタフでポジティブ。それとスマイリー。
Okay, some of those are painted on. But at this point in the year, probably not. Cut ahead 3, 4, 5 months, then they'll be painted on.
私も笑顔には自信があるけど、先生方にはちょっと負けるな。
I mean, what she's saying is super real. As a teacher, there's such it's imposter syndrome, right? You know, the feeling of, oh man, everyone's better than me. As she speaks, Miss Noel slides the mobile device she had been holding into her jacket. It didn't look like she was talking on the phone or writing a message. She'd been taking pictures? Okay, that's weird. Don't do that.
でもまあ、いつまでも抜け出しちゃいられないわよね。観念して職員室に戻ろうっと。それにしても迷子ですかって何？ここ学校なのにおかしい。それともそれって日本人のナンパの定型だったりする？
Oh boy.
いえ、そんなことは。
分かってる分かってる。困らせただけさ。じゃあまた錦くん。
That's cute.
ありがとう。
She's really cute. And I'm saying that from my perspective as an adult. Miss Noel walks down the stairs humming a tune to herself. I've never met such a lax teacher. But
よく俺の名前知ってたな。
that is actually scary. That's weird. There's no way. I'll be 90% through the year and there's some students I'll be like, what's your name? Even though she's still new, it seems like she's already memorized all her students' names and faces. Maybe she's more dedicated to her job than she looks. Then again, I actually, you know what it would be? Like, unironically, Shiki would be what's called a coded student, like in this case his medical stuff. And that would be, you'd be informed pretty quickly of, hey, this is a guy to watch out for. Not necessarily because he's bad, but because he can medically, things can go wrong, right? That's a real thing. And so that actually would be a thing that maybe, you know, if she was told, hey, you have a student in your class, he has anemia, if he starts to look faint, send him to the office right away, right? Send him to the nurse's office. That is a thing a teacher would be told about. Anyways, let's eat at the caf. I'll have lunch in the cafeteria, and then I'll go back and probably do that other scene. Fortunately, I seem to be in pretty good health today. I think I'll treat myself to the fancy lunch special A. I normally wouldn't order it since it's a bit pricey, but I don't have to worry about money anymore. Oh, buddy, if you think Oh, let's talk about this. No good. As of yesterday, I'm bankrolled by the Tono
学食は
Empire.
毎日一番リッチなものにしたい。
If I were to make such a request to the head of the Tono family, she would be sure to grant it with a smile.
そうですか。では、兄さんの外食費はすべて
Oh my
一
god,
月分
dude.
の食券にしてお渡ししましょう。
Oh my god, you're so mistaken. This would never happen.
学校の食堂に問い合わせて、その月の献立を把握した上で、何を食べるのかを決めさせていただきますね。
For some reason, I feel a chill go up my spine, but I ignore it and head to the cafeteria. I have to enjoy the freedom of eating whatever I want while I still can. Yeah, there'd always be a silver lining to Akiha with either the money being less than you'd think. Wow, that's it? There'd always be like less than you'd think, or there'd be the control of it. Okay, so yeah, let's go back and do the other one to get the best one, because going to the hallway and meet her there was the best one. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we did the first one last time. Ask about Miss Toyama, right? Let's not think about it. I turn my gaze down at the floor as if avoid looking at an omen. This is okay. It's better not to ask unnecessary questions. It's better not to know. Terrible things like this only serve to scar our hearts. Miss Noel smirks before leaving, like she's seen right through my weakness. Yeah, that was a scene that was deeply uncomfortable. Cool. Next scene. So last time... Interesting. Interesting, there is 3. So we chose the second one last time. Okay, go straight home, I assume, is literally go straight home. So let's start with that. Right, we'll start with go straight home, and it'll literally just be going straight home. But if we do the detour, we'll see here. Right, I did promise a key I'd be home before sunset. I don't know if I buy the news about the serial killer, but life can take some unexpected turns. I happen to know a little kid who went to play in town, only to come back with a massive injury on his chest. I should avoid any unnecessary risks. Oh, he's talking about himself. Okay, and then next scene. Okay, there we go. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, right, you. Load, let's go back. Because I assume then that the other one will be different with Ciel as our friend. Right? Here we go. Right, because we are... Yeah, there we go. I'll stop somewhere on the way home. It's not that I don't want to go back, it's just going to take a while until I'm comfortable there. I'll stop by either Arhiko's place or the bookstore in the station. Either way, it should only take about an hour. I'll have plenty of time to get back before curfew. Yes? Oh. Wait, what? Was it... Oh. Then we go to the back alley. Okay. Skip the back alley one. Huh. Wait. Okay. Okay, go there. Do you want to go to the next scene? Yes. Okay, we'll just skip then. Skip, skip. All right, so last time we went to Kohaku's room. Our choices are relax or Akiha. Let's relax first, and then we'll do Akiha. We'll do Akiha's route. Sorry. Whoops. I think I made that exact thing last time. I think I'll just stay here. I feel nice and warm after my bath, and I'd hate to ruin this feeling by walking around outside. Yo, post-bath laying in bed, that's peak. That's key. No. Sorry. That's peem. That is so peem. That's the new thing to say, apparently. It's peem. It's peem. I throw myself on the bed like a child who says peem.
シキ様
Oh,
いらっしゃいますか
that's a good noise, buddy. I launched myself from the bed in surprise. Despite not having done anything wrong, I feel like I've been caught in the middle of some terrible mischief.
もちろんいるよ。どうぞ中に入って。
Buddy, it sounds like you've been jacking it. I'm gonna be real. Don't speak like that.
それベッドメイクに参りました。シキ様にはお見苦しいものと存じますが。
It's not a bother at all. I'm uncomfortable having someone make my bed for me. It makes me feel way too pampered. Though after 2 days here, I've learned that okay, the violin in the background. It's very light. Yeah, it sounded like a fly in the room. Like there's a very, very faint violin. Like it gets louder as it goes on, but it was to the point where, and it kind of goes around your head where it's like, what is that noise? Anyways, though after 2 days here, I've learned that saying that out loud would only serve to trouble
あ
her.
りがとう。部屋の隅っこでおとなしくしてるから、俺のことは気にせずにどうぞ。
I shuffle over to the corner of the room. Hisui briefly pauses, then silently begins making the bed, finishing moments later. By the time she's done, the bed looks brand new.
メイクは完了です。失礼いたしました。
Cool, I'm gonna jump right into it again. Hisui bows silently before moving to the door.
ちょっと待っ
I stop her, wanting to thank her for making the bed. Though unintended, oh right, this! My hand lands on her shoulder. Oh, that same instant, Hisui's hand slaps mine away. I'm surprised, but not as much as she is.
ごめん。呼び止めようとして、つい。
I guess I dropped my guard after soaking in the bath. It was like I was back with the Arimas, so I got completely ahead of myself.
いえ、こちらこそ失礼をいたしました。体に触れられるのには慣れていなくて。どうか
Boy,
お許しください。
with the context of knowing why this sure makes it more... Ugh. Hisui is shaking ever so slightly. That felt like an overreaction, but I am the one who frightened her.
とにかく、ごめん。その、呼びかけるだけじゃ言っちゃう気がして。
I know Hisui would have stopped for me, but for some reason, it didn't feel like that in the moment.
いえ、シキ様が謝られることはありません。非があるのは私の方です。お気分を害してしまい、誠に申し訳ありません。
いや、全然害してないけど。でもまあ、驚いたのは本当かな。翡翠、めちゃくちゃ反応良かったから。
Buddy, wait till you can see what she can do with a feather duster. Her speed was like that of an experienced martial artist. She probably would have gotten applause if we were in a dojo.
そのようなことは普段お屋敷の手入れをさせてもらっているからでしょうか。
Isui looks away like she's embarrassed. Thank goodness. She realized it. I meant it as a compliment.
申し訳ございません。先ほどのお声について失念しておりました。ご用件は何でしょうか、四季様。
ああ、いや。
I can't tell her that I just wanted to thank her for making my bed. I need something else. That's it.
秋葉はどうしてるのか気になってさ。あいつの学校って全寮制だろ。
ご存知だったのですね。確かに秋葉様が通われている学校は全寮制です。ですが異例として自宅からの登校を許可されております。
She's got to be here to do her business. Literally, her business.
つまりこの家から学校に行ってるってこと？
はい。ですが今日のように夕方に帰られることは稀です。一日の学業がお済みになった後は習い事が終わりなので。
習い事？例えばどんな？
今日はバイオリンの稽古と外国語の習得と存じております。
I wanted a whole scene of her speaking English in Red Garden. Today? Her schedule's like that every day then? I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Our father made me do lots of stuff like that when I was little.
また就寝時間までは当日の党のグループの事業報告に判をし、起床された後は朝食の時間までにこれからの事業内容をご確認なされます。
It makes sense that there's a laptop there. Because modern business was all laptop. But I also have a hard time imagining her on a laptop. Kohaku is absolutely over her shoulder. And when Akiha's like, Kohaku, how do I open this Zoom meeting? Kohaku's like, Mr. Sakiya, you just click the Zoom button on the desktop. Kohaku, do I left click or right click? Double left click, Mr. Sakiya. Kohaku, it says it needs an update. Do I need to buy something? No, just click the update button. But it worked yesterday. Like, I could see it so clearly.
マジか。
That's certainly surprising. Her entire lifestyle is terrifying. She's a venerable Iron Lady. Now I imagined art of her in an Iron Man suit, and it's kind of baller.
平日は夕食前には戻られますから。秋葉様にお話があるのでしたら、夕食後に姉さんに申し付けください。また、休日であれば秋葉様もお休みになれる時があると存じます。その時は私でもお声をかけられるかと。
そうなんだ。ありがとう。
Isui bows and leaves the room after bidding me a good evening. Still.
バイオリンの稽古に会社の重役ときた。
How's imposter syndrome, buddy? I'm sure most of the actual running of each department is done by whoever leads it, but it sounds like she still has the final say on everything.
執務室にいたのは伊達じゃない。
I feel a mixture of guilt and awe. The key in my memories is a sweet, timid girl, always following me around because she was so anxious. But now, not only is she a top student, she's also running an entire conglomerate.
そうだよな。7年も経てば人間だってガラリと変わる。
Just like the past 7 years have made me the Shiki Tono of today. Oh, buddy, don't you know it? So have they given rise to the current Akiha Tono. 7 years is a long time. About half of my entire life, in fact. And I wasn't here during the most formative years of hers.
兄貴失格だな。ほんと。
I mumble an obvious truth to myself in a fit of self-deprecation. It's far too late to be expecting forgiveness. Maybe I could have lessened some of her burden if I were around these past 7 years, I wonder. Though I know it's just me being self-absorbed. You probably couldn't, buddy. It was kind of all leading up to it with her. Anyways, no, and then we're going to go back and do the other scene there. Load. Right? That's, that one there. Okay. So, this time, go to talk with Akiha. I made Akiha angry today. I'd like to try and talk a bit, to try to cover this distance between us, or rather, try to tear down this barbed wire wall. But it's late. She may be my sister, but it's not right to show up at a lady's room without an invitation.
そもそもあいつの部屋どこだよって話だしな。東館の奥の方かな。
I'll ask Hisui or Kohaku sometime. For now, I'll try the parlor. I know she spends time there after dinner, so it's possible I could still find her.
おや、一日ぶりだね、四季君。一晩経って、遠野に戻ってきた実感は出てきたかい？
Why are you here? Why are you here? Okay. Mr. Sequel. Mr. I'm gonna lay little traps for the sequel, and you won't know about me in this game, but everything I say you're gonna want to worry about for the sequel. I narrowly stifle a cry of surprise. In the parlor is the strange, bandaged man I met yesterday, Goto Saiki.
こんばんは。佐伯ゴートさんでしたよね。
佐伯だけでいい。名前というものは認めるに値する人間にしか口にされたくないものだ。
It is mad funny that you are beefing with an actual child, dude. Goto Saiki smiles scornfully as he speaks.
少し驚きました。こんな時間に来訪ですか？
Yeah, why are you still here? I offer a remark of my own, ignoring his obvious provocation. I still don't know the first thing about this guy, and until I do, I won't have a clue as to how I should respond to what he says.
こんな時間？ああ、消灯前だったか。牧久氏が残した悪い伝統の一つだな。0時を迎える前に屋敷の火を落とし、住民に眠りを強要する。
I mean, most people sleep at midnight. That's kind of normal, bud.
彼は夜を嫌悪していた。いや、正確には夜に起きること。ここは洋館としての作りも土地が持つ歴史も素晴らしいものだが、この決まりだけはいただけない。
Feels like he's gonna try and steal the mansion for himself.
遠野家の当主は夜から目を背けるなぞ。
それが何か。夜通し騒ぐよりははるかにマシな規則ですけど。
Bud, sleep is good. I find myself defending my father despite my own issues with the policy. It feels like any slight against him is a slight against Akiha as well.
勘に触ったかね。結構少しは立場をわきまえているようだ。
Bro's like, are you mad, child whose family I'm insulting? Good, you should be. My job is to piss off children.
感動された身であっても父親の名誉を守る。牧久氏はいい息子を持ったな。
I wonder what your disowned daughter would say about that, buddy.
こんな時間に来訪するのは非常識ではと聞いているんですが。
Yeah. He said you need to vaguely imply that you're tired and that they should go home till they get the message.
非常識ではないよ。遅めの仕事を終えて自分の家に帰ってくる。これはごく自然な日常では。
I'm taken aback. One's own home. Is he saying he belongs in this mansion? But he said yesterday that he wasn't a relative.
失礼。少々。
Yeah, what do you...
気の早い返答だった。
Are we gonna learn that he's the creator of the weird sex dungeon in the basement that Kohaku manhandles?
私はよそ者だ。 宿泊用に部屋を与えられているが、立場的には賓客だ。今
Goto Saiki gets up from the sofa with a low chuckle. He must mean to leave the parlor.
今夜は部屋に資料を取りに来ただけだよ、四季君。仕事を終えてというのは嘘でね。宗谷の都市開発はこれからだ。まだ
Development.
片付けなくてはいけない案件が山ほどある。今夜は寝ずの番というやつさ。
I swear to God, if the words empty lot come up.
私が牧久氏を非難したのはこういうことだ。
This feels related to the whole thing about the park and its whole thing with being done by the Tonos.
現代のビジネスに昼も夜もない。夜になれば朝を待つだけなんて身の毛もよだつ方針だ。いつまでも前時代の気分で会社を回されては、これを引き継ぐ者が迷惑する。
Okay, I kind of get it. Modern day, 24 hours, global business, there's no such thing as time when business is sleeping. Correct, but you gotta get out of that Sigma male grind set, dude. You can't eat, trade, and, like, then night comes and you just keep trading. Like, you gotta sleep. You gotta do it. You'll burn yourself out. You can't eat, sleep, fortnight, repeat without the sleep. Goto Saiki exits to the hall. I hear Kohaku's voice coming from the lobby. She must be seeing him out. Based on what I just heard, I think I can assume that my father and Goto Saiki weren't on good terms. Yeah. Now I'm in an inexplicably foul mood. I'll talk with Akia later. I'll just head back to my room and go to bed. Ooh, I talked with a mummy and now I'm angry. I'm angry, Shiki. Go to the next scene. Case, yes, skip, yes. That's I say skip, yep. The wording on that is so weird. Do you want to go to the next scene? Like, it's awkward. It's not necessarily normal. Impulse inversion. Is this where we get Freaky Tono and he kills her? Okay, so flowchart. Let's just look ahead here. We got a couple choices today. Oh, it is. This is where we kill her. Cool. So first one I did was greet them both. So let's greet. First off, Kohaku.
おはよう、カクさん。今朝はいい天気ですね。
はい、おはようございます、四季さん。
Kohaku beams a smile at me in response to my boring old greeting.
昨夜はよくお眠りになられましたか？
Me and a mummy had a fight, but
慣れないお屋敷の夜ですから、何か不具合がないかと心配していたんです。
yeah, seeing a mummy before I go to bed kind of freaked me out.
大丈夫。天井の高さに落ち着かなかったくらいで。
Oh, high
あとは全然。
ceilings?
昔はここに住んでいたんだし、今はちゃんと気を配ってくれる琥珀さんがいますしね。
That is some nice foreshadowing that he wasn't the one to sleep in that room originally.
あら、お上手ですね、四季さん。
いやいや、事実ですから。
We're flirting in front of Akiha. Kohaku and I share a pleasant conversation. Despite only knowing each other a few days, we get along well. More than anything, I think it's thanks to her smile. At that moment, there it is. I feel another gaze on me watching silently.
いや、
Shit, howdy! I wave my hand as I greet her. Akiha continues to stare at me, though maybe glare would be more accurate.
しまっとは聞き慣れない挨拶ですね。
Just a really funny line.
その後に何か続きがあるのかしら。
ないよ。続きとか全然ない。
I answer without moving a muscle, or rather, I'm so nervous I couldn't even if I wanted
おは
to.
よう、アキハ。今朝はいい天気かい？
あら、無理に挨拶をしてくれなくてもいいのに。どうぞ、私のことは無視して結構です。兄さんは琥珀と楽しく朝を迎えたいようですから。ああ、そんなに気が合うなら、いっそ琥珀の使用人になりますか？
私は一向に構いませんが。
Just make a whole ladder of command in the house?
朝から全開だなお前。
Prickly doesn't begin to describe it. A good brother probably would have greeted her first, which is why for the second timeline we will. For the true timeline.
お時間もありませんし、まだ朝食を済ませていないんですから。
朝食が済んでいないのは兄さんの起床が遅いからでしょ。朝が慌ただしくなるのはこの人の自業自得です。
What? No, it's not dessert, it's breakfast. Akiha, come on. Akiha finishes her tirade with a hoof. Seems she's mad I didn't show up earlier.
琥珀さん、朝食って俺の分はできてるんですか？
はい、支度はバッチリです。お声をかけてくださればいつでもご用意いたします。
ダメよ琥珀。もうこんな時
Oh,
間なんだ
come
から
on.
兄さんに朝食を取る時間はありません。
Akiha,
学校に遅刻してしまいます。
we're literally anemic. Come on.
いやいやいや、まだ7時を過ぎたばかりなんだから、それぐらいの時間はあるだろう。ここからうちの高校まで徒歩30分ちょいなんだから。
つまり朝食にかける時間は10分だけですか。お腹を空かせた犬じゃないんですから、朝食はゆっくりとってください。
Food go in mouth. I swallow. It's all that's needed. Kia wastes no time in pummeling my defenses. Her lightning quick reflexes and razor sharp rebukes ought to be feared. Like playing tennis with a wall. Everything I throw at her comes right back at me.
兄さん、何か今不審なことを言いかけましたか？
いや何も、ほんと何も。それより犬じゃないんですからってアキハ。
That reminds me. I should ask about the dog from last night. The dog is... What? What is the dog gonna be? Dog got me dang confused. Right? What's up with that? Anyways, let's be good brother. Alright. Hello, Akiha.
いや、
Hello,
おはよう
Shiki.
アキハ。
I decide to greet Akiha first.
おはようございます、兄さん。挨拶に覇気が見られませんが、昨夜はきちんと眠れましたか？今にも倒れそうな顔をしていますが。
あいにくこれが地顔だよ。朝から覇気に満ちた挨拶とか俺に期待しないでくれ。
Some people aren't morning people. Regardless of what happened last night, I wish you wouldn't think I'm some delinquent just because I sound tired.
おはようございます、四季さん。朝食でしたら食堂でお出しいたしますので、いつでもお声掛けくださいね。
Meanwhile, Kawaku is radiating warmth and kindness. The contrast reminds me of that north wind in the sun fable.
ありがとうございます。でも、アキハはもう済ませたのか？見たところ食後のお茶みたいだけど。
当然です。兄さんがどんな時間に起床しようと構いませんが、せめて朝食ぐらいは余裕を持って済ませてください。7時を過ぎて朝食をとるなんて、たるんでいる証拠です。
Stop myself from saying that eating after 7 is normal for most people. Nothing about this place is normal.
ふん。そういうアキハは何時に起きるんだよ。
Don't say that. Kia's a girl. She's gonna be like, well, it takes me like 2 hours to go to the bathroom and do my hair and my makeup and stuff. Look, some of you might be like, buddy, don't be like that. That's like misogynist. But it's like, here's the thing. When you've lived with women, you learn very quickly when they're in the bathroom in the morning. Like, that's gonna take some time. And a bit of it is just logistically more hair to shower, right? That is a thing.
5時には起床しますけど、何か？
すみません。参りました。
Yep. After hearing her reply so nonchalantly, I decided it's futile to mount any sort of argument. She did it with such ease, too. Perfect counter.
参りましたとは何に対してですか？
いや、なんでも。にしても、 そんな早くに起きてどうするんだ。遅刻対策か。
ですね、よほどのトラブルがない限り時間に遅れるなんてことはありません。兄さんの学校はここから徒歩で30分ほどなんでしょ。そう遠くない場所なんですから、遅刻なんかしないでくださいね。
She sure is prickly, but she isn't wrong. Can't exactly argue with her. As the head of the family, it is Akia's responsibility to mind the reputation of the Tono name.
はいはい。成績はともかく、遅刻はしないよう心がけるよ。夜更かしも。
As I utter the words, the strange occurrences of the previous night spring to mind. I didn't mean to stay up late last night, but no matter how you slice it, that's what ended up happening. Anyways, yeah, then we talk about the pupper. Skip. School? What scene is this? What scene is this? A regular homeroom. Huh. This is different. I arrived just as homeroom is about to start. Still not used to my new commute, so I ended up a little later than I meant to be. The morning chatter is dying down with most students already Okay, wait, what happened? Con the lobby. We get the knife, okay. Most students are already seated at their desks. A familiar face approaches me.
随分と余裕のあるご到着ですね。
Arcueid slumps into his seat, with his head drooping dejectedly. Looks like he's actually going to be attending class today.
おはようさ。今朝は特にやる気がないわけじゃないのか。教室にいるんだから。なんだよ、体調崩したのか。
さっきまで元気でしたよ。元に。何しろ先輩が遊びに来てくれたんだからな。
先輩ってシエル先輩？
そうだよ。けど誰かさんがいねえもんだからいまいちノリが悪くて3年の
I wonder why this one is not having her here, you know?
なんだって今朝に限って遅刻ギリギリなのよ、当の。
What a shame. If only I'd known, I would have come
そ
running.
りゃ申し訳ない。けど縁があれば昼休みにでも会えるだろう。これっきりってわけじゃあるまいし。
当たり前ですよ。これが最後のチャンスだったらショックで授業なんて受けてらんねえって。
Right. Give him a quick wave and head to my desk. As I take my seat, the bell rings and Miss Noel comes into the classroom.
Hi! Good morning!
She is the English teacher.
みんな健康で大変結構。ってあらら、欠席者が2人もいるのね。季節の変わり目だし、油断して風邪でもひいちゃったのかしら。
Miss Noel begins taking attendance. One male student and one female student are missing. As I wonder who the two empty seats belong to, our eyes happen to meet. I hurriedly avert my gaze. What was that about? I'm sure I'm imagining it. Feels like Miss Noel's been staring at me a lot. Boy, a lot of that's been happening after she assaulted me in the hallway. But we'll ignore that. Okay, that was a different scene, huh? So that's Satsuki gone, right? She's gone now. She's gone till Red Garden, right? Skip. Okay, this one. This one's gonna be another 4, right? I bet you it's gonna be. So we did tea ceremony room. That'll definitely be different in this one. So we'll start with classroom. Right? We'll see if anyone's here. And then let's see. I guess I'll eat in the classroom, but I don't have much of an appetite today. Whenever I feel like this, I always throw up if I eat anything. The best course of action would be to rest in the classroom, but... Seeing that mopey face has obliterated any appetite I did have. Okay, I'm definitely skipping lunch. Thanks for that, Arhiko.
悪い、今日はパス。一人で済ませてきてくれ。
なんだ、お前ますます不健康になってくな。何、やっぱお貴族様な新生活は合いませんかね。
Buddy, it's like it truly is a case where it's like you're living a better life
あのな、
in some
貴族
ways.
様なんかじゃ。
Yeah.
あ、い
Well
や、そうかも。あれで貴族じゃないって言ったら何が貴族なんだ？
It is a royal life, but royal life is not what it's cracked out to be.
トイレとかすごいんだぞ、アリヒコ。お前の部屋より広い、そして高い。
マジでそんな落ち着かない生活したくねえな。
Right? Actually, I take it back. Arhiko's reaction is a breath of fresh air. It's nice to talk to someone who can relate.
まあ、建物の話は仕方ないとしてもだ。朝は7時に起きても遅いと文句は言われるし、門限は8時だし、おまけに無断外泊すると厳しく詰問されるなんて監獄生活みたいだ。
Oh my god, he must be so happy he can properly vent.
のそれはそれでいい話じゃねえか。管理体制万々歳。若者はもっとタイトに生きねえとな。若いうちから楽しちゃろくな大人になれないぞ。
Okay, well, don't say stuff that I actually kind of agree with.
どうか。しかしお前に言われると説得力があるな。
He's living proof of that argument.
そうか、なんだ今日の遠野はやけに素直じゃないか。よしよし、じゃあ菓子パンを一つくれてやりますか。
だから食べ物はいいって。俺のことは気にせず食べろよ。昼休み終わっちゃうぞ。
あ、そう？んじゃあ遠慮なくいただきます。
Arhiko claps his hands together and starts to eat his pastry. Credit where credit is due. Arhiko does know his manners.
お邪魔します。
Hi! Is this an alternate route? It is not. I hear a familiar voice. Ciel comes over carrying what appears to be a lunchbox.
お、先輩って学食じゃなかったっけか？
いえ、別に食事は決まってないですよ。その日の気分で何でもありです。
Ciel produces a lunchbox from a cute little pouch. The box looks pretty big for her, given her frame.
気分ってことは今日は早起きできたんでお弁当を作ってきたってことですか？
そうなんです。今朝は珍しく7時前に目が覚めて。って何を言わせるんですか、遠野くんは。
That's fine, that's a super normal thing. You don't need to worry about that.
いえ、そんなつもりはなかったんですけど。先輩、もしかして朝は弱い方？
See, the thing is, she has short hair, which means that she doesn't have to take forever in the bathroom.
はい、実は私早起きは苦手なんです。ボランティアの時はもうかなり無茶をしちゃってます。私の実家はパン屋さんでしたからすっごく朝が早かったんです。
It did.
けど私はどうしても朝に弱くて、もう子供の頃からお父さんに怒られてばかりでした。
That's not a lie. A bakery! Arhiko and I glance at each other. I'm sure we're both picturing Ciel kneading dough with her delicate fingers before baking it in the wood-fired oven that she somehow has in her apartment. Or I just imagine her like that one guy who like is making like the pizza dough and he's like thrusting like a maniac. You know the one. She'd do that. She's a top.
お父さんとの戦いは3年ほど続きましたが、最後にはお前をしつけるのなら2人分働いた方がマシだとサジを投げられちゃいました。それ以来私は起きる時間に関してはわがままし放題だったのです。
If you think about it, like every baker has to get up really early to make the day's bread. Like that's a job that people don't think about for people who need to get up early. Ciel puffs out her chest, beaming with pride.
そうだったんですか。なんか意外ですね。先輩、ものすごくしっかりしてそうなのに。
はい、遠野くんの前では失敗しないように
Typo.
頑張ってますから。
In front you.
本当はですね。
Typo.
どっちかっていうと容量が悪い方なんです。
There's not many in this one. It's a lot better, right? When I'm going to be doing my just casual read through of Stay Night, I'll be watching for typos. Can't be as bad as Hollow Ataraxia though. Oh my god. That might actually be true. Like her volunteer work, for one thing. Someone who had everything figured out probably wouldn't spend their time working for zero profit.
そっか。でも俺、容量が悪い人の方が好きだよ。一緒にいると安心できる。
Ariko nods in agreement.
それで朝が弱い先輩は大抵学食だったわけなのか。
そういうわけなので学食ばかりですけど、たまにはこうやってお弁当ぐらい作ります。出来合いものの寄せ集めですけど。お二人は学食派ですよね。
いや、俺たちもその日の気分だな。1年の頃は俺も姉貴に飯作ってもらってたんだけどよ、遠野のやつが学食だったりパン食だったりするから合わせてるうちにこうなっちまったんだ。は
あ、遠野くんは気分屋さんなんですね。
I think that's the opposite of fickle. I think it's just going with the flow.
そうそう、こういう男と付き合うと疲れるだけだから先輩も気をつけな。
Ciel nods in agreement as she takes the lid off her lunchbox. Half of the round container is filled with rice, the other half with side dishes. It's a fairly standard lunch, if somewhat large.
では、いただきます。隣の人の椅子借りていいでしょうか。
いないやつの椅子はみんなの椅子だよ。高田くんも先輩に座ってもらえて本望だろうし。
Takada's gonna come in and be like, Did Ciel Senpai sit here? And we're just gonna have to watch him do that. I half expect Ciel to put her lunchbox on my desk, but she sets it on her lap and begins eating. Ariko stands across from her, tearing open his second pastry. Their voices fade into the background chatter as I blankly stare out the window.
おや、遠野くん、お昼は食べないんですか？
はい、今日は気分じゃないので。
食べないって、それじゃお腹空いちゃいますよ。
いいんです。今は食欲より体調ですから。それに昼を抜いたぐらいでどうにかなるほどやわじゃありませんし。
うわ、すごいな。私一食でも抜いたら動けません。お腹がペコペコになって倒れちゃいます。
I'm gonna be real. I'm with Shiki on this. There's days where I won't eat like the whole day because I'm not hungry, right? There's days where I'll just have one meal and that's all I need, right? I find that to be just the easiest way for me to feel normal, right? I eat when I'm hungry guy. I'm not one of those like you need to have your 3 square meals and it's got to be all rigid, and because I lived in a house where it was like literally 7 a.m. on the dot breakfast, 12 p.m. on the dot lunch, 5 p.m. on the dot supper, and like immediately after like supper, like 5:30 dessert, right? It's like you had to eat directly after, and it was like, and let's say I was busy with school or something and I didn't eat lunch till like 3 o'clock, right? You know, it's like, yeah, classes, whatever, late lunch. I get there, 5 o'clock, we're still eating. Right? So, no, I'm very much just a eat when I'm hungry sort of guy.
恥ずかしいですよね。普通の子よりたくさん食事はとってる方なのに、すぐお腹が空いちゃうんですから。
Don't worry, that's a hashtag charm point.
そんなことはないっす。先輩は他の女どもに比べて発育いいんすから。
Don't say that to a girl.
顔気分。燃費が悪いのは自然の摂理っすよ。
Don't say that to a girl. I'm not sure that was the smoothest way to do it, but Arihiko's words tie a bow on that conversation. We're all growing teenagers here. She can eat as much or as little as she wants. She's not, but Ciel's expression is indecipherable. I can't tell if she's flattered or embarrassed.
でも遠野くん、本当にお昼ご飯を抜いて平気なんですか？
平気。丸1日ぐらい食事をとつのも珍しいことじゃないんだ。
Yeah, that's fine.
今日は朝食も食べたし、夜まで問題なしです。
Big relatable, even though that's not probably a character I want to say I'm big relatable to.
それはどうかと思います。そんな生活してちゃ体壊しちゃいますよ。
大丈夫。ちゃんと体を見てくれる人もいますから。医者に体重を増やさないように注意もされてるし、たまに食事を抜いた方が俺はちょうどいいんです。体力は欲しいけど、やっぱりウェイトは絞らなくちゃね。
そうですか。男の子でもダイエットって考えるんですね。
Oh, yeah, they do. Ciel looks up at me for a moment, contemplating something, then closed the lid of her lunchbox.
用事を思い出したので失礼します。私のことは気にせず、むしろ今日の出来事は忘れていただけると助かります。
She quickly packs up her things and takes off.
かわいい。
An awestruck Arihiko nods to himself contentedly. We good? Yeah. Okay, so let's go back and go to the tea room, this will definitely have another route difference for sure. All right, I should go to the tea ceremony room. Ciel came by this morning, so I can probably find her there.
その前に。
I shouldn't show up empty-handed. I'll make a brief detour. So if I'm correct... No, there's only one. Okay. Huh. Maybe that option's just not even there if you're doing the other route. It took me longer than I expected to get what I need. I knock on the door of the tea ceremony room. After a moment, the door slides open and Ciel's head pops out.
あれ、遠野くんですね。
She tilts her head in confusion.
先輩、お昼ご飯一緒に食べません？
お昼ご飯ですか。遠野くんからのお誘いは嬉しいんですけど、
That doesn't sound good. Ciel looks like she's trying to figure out how to say no. Maybe she has something she needs to take care of. I'll have to give her a little more incentive.
カレーパンありますけど。
Her face visibly brightens. Wow, it might be rude of me to say this since she's older than me and all, but she is downright adorable.
どうでしょう。昨日のお昼ご飯のお返しにあげますから、一緒に食べません？
それはご丁寧にどうも。そうですね。昨日のお礼ということでしたら、断る理由はありません。
Ciel steps back, adjusting her glasses, and ushers me into the tea ceremony room.
どうぞ楽にしていてください。ちょうどお茶の用意をしていたところですから。
She steps into a side room. There must be a kitchenette in there.
Oh.
As I enter the tea ceremony room, I see why she was unsure about my offer. An empty lunchbox sits on the tatami mats. It seems that Ciel has just had lunch.
遠野くん、お茶と紅茶どっちがいいですか？
お茶でお願いします。それより先輩、お昼済ませてたんですか？
ちょっと前に。今日は寝坊してしまったので朝ごはんを食べてなくて、午前中はお腹がペコペコで大変でした。
Interesting, this directly contradicts what happens if you are in the classroom there.
そっか。ごめん、邪魔しちゃって。俺教室で食べるからゆっくりしててください。
パンいただけないんですか？
She really wants it. Ciel pops out of the other room, looking like a child who's just learned she's not getting any Christmas presents.
いや、だってお腹いっぱいでしょ、先輩。
そんなことないです。私お腹減ってます。
Her answer comes instantly. Is she just trying to spare my feelings? Somehow I don't think so.
それならいいけど、先輩、本当に大丈夫？例のカレーパン、結構ボリュームありますよ。
ご心配には及びません。私、好きなものなら割と限界なくいただけちゃいますから。
I kind of get that. When you got like a big favorite food, like something that is like your actual big favorite, you almost prefer, like, you don't eat it to get full, you eat it because you enjoy the flavor. What I saw yesterday does back that up. Ciel's smile isn't coming from embarrassment over wanting a second lunch, but from pure excitement for the curry bread. What an odd person. Only an extremely rare specimen would get this excited over curry bread in this day and age. I like how he's implying that we've evolved past curry bread. Ciel takes 1 piece. Kaizuku Muso, while I take 2. We follow the meal with green tea. Sitting on our knees on the tatami floor, we sip our tea and unwind.
そういえば朝のニュース見ましたよ。遠野くん、新しいお家の方はどうですか？何か大変なことになっていたみたいですけど。
I wonder what that's all about. We still don't really know what that's about, huh?
ニュースですか？
Now I think about it, Hisui did say something about the police coming to inquire about those
あ
bloodstains.
のニュースとうちは無関係ですよ。屋敷の感想だって中はすごく立派で夜は野犬がうるさかったぐらいだし、強いて言うんならテレビがないのと和室がないのがネックかな。こんな風にお茶を飲める場所がありませんから。
I mean, Kohaka's room is almost close to that. Right? Almost.
野犬って何ですかそれ？遠野邸の前で起きたのは例の通り魔事件なんじゃないですか？
やだな。そんなことになってたらもっと大騒ぎになってます。結婚があっただけで事件性はありません。まあでも
I can't bring myself to say that the blood is exactly where I saw the dog last night.
いえ、ただの勘違いです。何にせよ俺たちには関係のない話です。
Because here's the
せっ
thing.
かく先輩とのんびりしてるんですから嫌な話をするのはよしましょう。
Here's the thing. There's a big cat that we've been seeing also, but that's an entirely different animal. It wouldn't be barking, you know?
そんなことはありません。少なくともこの町で暮らしているんですから通り魔事件は関係あると思います。遠野くんはちょっと危機感が足りないのではないでしょうか。
Ciel's voice takes on a pointedly sharp tone. This is the very image of the sensible upperclassmen scolding their irresponsible junior.
でも危険なのは夜の外出だけでしょ。犠牲者は8人も出ているんですから警察だって次期犯人を捕まえるだろうし。
もうそんなことを言っていると寝首をかかれますよ。ニュースだって3人目の頃から同じことを言っていましたけど結局犯人はまだ捕まっていないじゃないですか。
I suppose that's true. To continue for this long in modern-day Japan, these killings are beyond abnormal. It might even be fair to call them paranormal.
そうでした。現代の吸血鬼なんてふざけたテロップが打たれてるから身近な出来事の気がしなかったというか、確かに軽率でした。俺だってこの町に住んでいるんだから気をつけなくちゃいけないのに。
はい、分かってくれればいいんです。本当にくれぐれも知らない人についていっちゃダメですよ。もし犯人が吸血鬼扱いされて喜んでいる異常者だとしたら遠野くんは格好の餌食かもしれません。どことなく美味しそうな雰囲気ですから。
What? How was that? What? Oh my god.
いや、先輩、その例えはどうかと。
Yeah, don't... With those eyes, it sounds like flirting. I hope she didn't just jinx me. Though with my chronic anemia, I don't think any vampire would be interested in me. That's a really funny line. That's a really funny line. That works. That only works well because you have to do
おか
Arcueid's
しな
route
話です
first.
ね。吸血鬼って言うけどどうしてそんなあだ名をつけたんでしょう。
体中の血を抜かれているんですよ。吸血鬼という比喩表現は間違っていないでしょ。
そうですかね。吸血鬼に吸われた人間って同じように吸血鬼になるってのが通説じゃないですか。なのに殺されてしまった人の死体はちゃんとあって吸血鬼になって歩き回ってるわけでもない。 わざわざ階段めいたあだ名をつけなくても、ただの殺人事件で十分でしょうに。
It is kind of true that like any murder is bad.
ターナ君、吸血鬼がいるって本気で信じてるんですか？
ですね。ニュースでそう煽っているから合わせただけです。本当に吸血鬼なんてのがいたら、さっき言った通り、死体なんか残らないでしょう。
そうですね。けど、こういう風にも考えられません？発見されている死体の方たちは、吸血鬼になれなかったから死んでしまった。
Mm-hmm.
吸血鬼には、なれる人となれない人がいて、なれる人は吸血鬼に襲われても、死体としては発見されないんです。
はあ、そりゃホラーだね、先輩。
はい、割とホラーな話です。残念ですが、オチはつきませんでした。
She flashes me a grin and brings her teacup to her mouth. We continue our meandering conversation until lunch comes to an end. I do like when the second route feels like you reach the late conclusions of the first route faster. Right? That's what I loved about doing the order of Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, and then Heaven's Feel. It's like Fate takes a long time to get the answers. Unlimited Blade Works, you get them all a little bit faster and goes a bit deeper. Heaven's Feel, you get them right away, and everything goes different. Ciel insists on cleaning up, so I step out into the hallway ahead of her. I'm about to start making my way to class, but as I turn my back to the tea ceremony room...
あらら、もしかして四季君、
Oh!
こんなところにいるなんて意外ね。
Huh. Nor did I expect to run into Miss Noelle here. Is this a different... No, it's still the same scene. I notice a silver pendant in her right hand. Okay. Is that a cross?
ああ、これ言ったでしょ、趣味で副業しているって。あっちの塔は騒がしいから、静かな物質塔で日課のお祈りをしに来たの。
Okay, I'm gonna be super real. Raised Catholic. Gone to Catholic school my whole life. Literally helped out in church myself. I've done it all. I've been around. I've been in the religion game my whole life. I don't know a single person who does daily prayers. Like, maybe my family will do like once a week, we'll say grace before dinner. But like, that's it. Mind you, the Canadian experience, vastly different from especially like the American experience. Like, oh my God, hearing about some of the stuff out of the States is wildly different. Now, French, thought they weren't super into that stuff, but it's okay. We know that she's not actually.
そんなことより、四季君は何をしているのかしら。もしかして、この辺りに秘密の密会場所でもあるの？
You shouldn't speak sometimes.
いえ、それは。
I can't tell her that I came to the tea ceremony room to see
い
Ciel.
え、気晴らしに歩いていただけ
And
で
you
す。
could, but
お昼がまだなんで、そろそろ食堂に戻ろうかなって。
I do my best to act natural and keep things vague.
それはそれは、ご飯より先に散歩なんて余裕のある大学生みたい。四季君、もしかして音大とか目指してる？
What is this stereotype she's playing at?
いえ、音楽に興味はありませんけど。なんで？
聞いてみただけさ。はい、それじゃあバイバイ。食堂早く行かないと昼休み終わっちゃうぞ。
Miss Noelle winks a goodbye, touching the silver pendant to her lips. Then, with her heels clacking against the floor, she walks down the hallway and out of sight. Okay, let's skip. Skip. Okay. Real curious. Can we even accept it on this second run? Okay, so, like... Look how far away that is, right? This is the reality I've created. Can we pick it? So we killed her, by the way. All this blood, it's so red. Ugly crimson, oozing forth in an ever-growing pool. From the cuts that I inflicted. There's no denying it. I did this. I took my knife and... No, stop, don't say it. My heart is screaming. The truth crawls up my throat, threatening to tear its way free if I don't let it out. It's not true. No, no, no. No, 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 wait, 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 no, no, no. No. To look away would be wrong.
違うって言ってるのに
No. To deny it would be wrong.
だからなんで俺は知らない。こんなやつ街で見かけただけの他人だ。ほらおかしいじゃないか。ただの他人をどうして俺が殺してるんだよ。
I shout, but no answer comes. Yet the reason is clear. From the moment I saw her, one single thought dominated my mind. So, let's see. We're on the chart? We are. Okay. Yes, Shikitono wanted to kill that woman. In that moment, that was all that mattered. My brain just turned to mush, so I couldn't put it into words.
違う。
I'm gonna throw up. The contents of my stomach flow up. Crimson seeps into my eyeballs. I run. I can think of nothing else. I want nothing more than to escape this place. I break into a frenzied run, leaving the apartment behind. Wait. Is this gonna lead us to the park? Where we meet... Are we going to reach Ciel's route early, technically? Wait, we might. Bile rushes up my throat. I drop to my knees as everything comes rushing out. Sobbing, I throw up every last bit of food, every last drop of fluid in my body. There's nothing left in me, but my body forcibly continues to heave as if rejecting what happened, as if trying to undo everything and turn back time. It hurts. My innards are burning. Tears continue to stream down my face, and I collapse onto the ground like garbage. I killed someone. I mercilessly butchered a human being for no reason whatsoever. Why did I feel the urge to kill her? Why did I actually go through with it? I still can't answer these questions. But I'm not the one who matters. My chest is heavy with unbearable regret and self-loathing. I killed a woman. The life she led until now. Her relationships with the people around her. The future she was building towards, everything. I destroyed it all. And I smiled as I did it. Regrets can't bring forgiveness. Apologies can't bring me absolution. Not a voiced line? Really? That's a different one. What have I want to pull my eyes out of their sockets. I can't tell whether or not I'm still sane. The thought of fighting the urge didn't even cross my mind. Kill her. I accepted the impulse without a second thought. So the answer is simple. I must be insane. It probably began 7 years ago. Ever since the accident that should have killed me. Ever since I miraculously returned from the brink of death. So cold. It seems the sun has gone down. How long have I been here? I have no idea. An incessant hiss smothers my eardrums. The sound won't stop. It's unbearably cold. If I stay here on this bench as I am, I might die. Maybe it would be for the best. Nerves paralyzed. Body frozen. I feel nothing. The endless noise. The lethal chill. None of it matters. My body's trembling. Is it from the cold? From anxiety? From fear? From regret? I can no longer tell. I murdered someone for no reason and I can't explain why. I killed because I wanted to kill. That's a madman's reasoning. If only I really were mad, that would explain everything. My conscience is still alive. I committed an unspeakable crime, only to sit here shivering, with my wits shamelessly intact. I look at my numb fingers to see my knife clutched between them. Death. The immediate solution is quite simple. But I can't do it. I can't kill myself. Because I'm still sane. One part of me is afraid of dying, one other part is disgusted for even considering it. Death won't solve anything, won't atone for my sin. The noise continues. My temperature plummets yet further. I can't kill myself. But if I stay like this, I will fade away. Perhaps that would be for the best. A murderer. What good would it do for me to live? If only I could just die.
遠野くん？
Dimly, I hear someone call a familiar name. I lift my head. Ciel is standing in front of me. Feels as though decades have passed since I last saw her.
どうしたんですか？こんな雨の中で座り込んじゃって。
あ、ね。
I see. This hissing sound in my ears is the sound of rain. That would explain why I'm so cold and soaked from head to toe.
傘もささないで。そのままじゃ風邪をひいてしまいますよ。
Ciel's words slide off my ears like a foreign tongue. Only a few hours have passed since I last heard her voice, but now it sounds distant and unfamiliar.
私の声聞こえてます？
そうですね。風ぐらいは引くべきなのかもしれません。
Yeah, dude's mumbling in a way that Ciel should be like, yeah, you need medical help, buddy. Incapable of lucid thought, I say whatever comes to mind.
ダメですよ。いくら10月でもこんな雨の中にいたら風邪だけじゃ済まない。
Ciel takes my limp hand in hers. She must be concerned seeing me slumped over in this bench.
遠野くん、一体どのくらいこうしてたんですか？体こんなに冷たくなってるじゃないですか。
She grabs my arm and pulls me up from the bench.
私の傘を貸しますから、すぐに家に帰って体を温めてください。本当に命に関わります。
命に。
Right. That's why I haven't moved this whole time. I told myself that I was unable to think, that even that was a lie. Truth is, I knew what I was doing.
もうしっかりしてください。動けないなら私からお家に連絡を入れましょうか。
That would be problematic. Hanging my head, so I don't have to see her face. I shake my head no.
いいんです。俺は家には帰れない。どこにも行っていいところがない。
That's right. I can't go home like this, all covered in blood. I don't have anywhere to call home. I forfeited that right. Long silence ensues. Ciel stares at me, saying nothing.
わかりました。私のアパートに行きましょう。遠野くんの家よりは近いですからちょうどいいです。
She pulls on my arm forcefully. I don't have the strength to shake her off. There's no power left in my body. I doubt I could even stand on my own. I guess that's why. With my numb senses blanketed by fog, my only certainty is the heat I feel from Ciel's hand in mine. Dang, it is. This is smaller than what she had in the... Wow. She had a nice little apartment in the last one. This is the Shiki Ryogi fit. Like, wow. There's no sauce here. That's crazy. Wow. It's almost so normal, it feels jarring. Ciel's place is a typical apartment. A place for one with nothing more than a kitchen and a bedroom. Her apartment is just as neat and tidy as I'd expected, which I find slightly comforting.
はい。これで体を拭いてください。
She hands me a bath towel.
すみません。上着ぐらいならと期待したんですが、遠野くんのサイズに合う服はないみたいです。ちょっとの間、そのままで我慢してください。すぐに温かい飲み物を入れますから。
Ciel goes into the kitchen. I'm left alone in her room. Never imagined getting into a girl's room like this. Oh, but I did get into a girl's room like that. An unfamiliar apartment. A stranger's room. A forcible entrance. Deep red splashed across the walls.
はい、お待たせしました。遠野くん、何してるんです。全然拭いてないじゃないですか。
Ciel starts wiping my head with the towel, continuing to scold me all the while.
ほら、上着を脱いで。シャツもです。もう、失礼します。このまま肺炎になっても知りませんから。
I've never seen someone's anger boil into pure exasperation before. She furiously starts to unbutton my shirt, but then her fingers freeze like she's just had a bucket of cold water poured over her.
これ、もう塞がってる傷ですよね。
Oh, dang, we actually get to fully see it. Wow, yeah, that's a lot more than I recall from the original. Ciel turns strangely hesitant. I realize what she must have seen. I have a mark on my chest that resembles a burn. It's not a pleasant sight, but especially for someone who wasn't expecting it.
痛みますか？
平気です。それはもう7年も前のものだから。
そうですか。よかった。遠野くんに元気のない理由がこの傷だったら、 今すぐ病院に連れて行かなくちゃいけませんから。
Her mouth forms a soft, tender smile. I feel a pang in my chest at the
い
sight.
いです。自分でできますから。
はい。それじゃあお茶を持ってきます。あ、シャツを脱いで体を拭いたら、そこの毛布を上着代わりにくるまっててください。
I do as I'm told, removing my shirt and wiping my body. I don't feel comfortable taking off my pants, so I dry them as best I can while keeping them on. I forego the blanket and wrap the towel around myself instead.
あ、拭き終わりました？それじゃあお茶にしましょうか。
She brings a tea set into the room and sits down.
遠野くんも座ってください。立ったままでいられると落ち着かないじゃないですか。
I sit. Ciel pours black tea into a simple mug and hands it to me. Neither of us says a word. Ciel sips her tea as though this is all perfectly normal. That's adorable, holy shit. Not knowing what else to do, I follow suit. It's hot. Really hot. It scalds the tip of my tongue, restarting my pulse with a thump. Feels like a switch has been flipped within me, rebooting my heart and brain. She doesn't ask me anything, though. Eventually, I drain my mug. She refills it without missing a beat.
あの、
I feel like I have to say something. Anything.
遠野くん、
Startled, I reflexively pull away.
私ちょっと出てきます。お留守番頼めますか？
うん。いいですけど。
はい。それじゃあお願いします。すぐに帰ってきますから、あんまり変なことしちゃダメですよ。
Ciel departs with a smile, leaving me to wonder how serious she actually was. Anyways, time to go to the underwear drawer. Oh no, it has a trap on it, and we're dead. I'm alone again. I was just beginning to warm up, but with Ciel's departure, I've suddenly grown very cold. She didn't ask me anything. She let a monster into her room and cared for it like it was the most natural thing in the world. I didn't realize it till now, but having someone by my side was a far greater relief to my numbed heart than the warmth of the tea or the comfort of the room. I don't deserve. My chest hurts. I was alone not so long ago. Back then, I found solace in purging myself of all thoughts and feelings. But now that Ciel's gone, I feel an overwhelming anxiety. I have the urge to cry and scream like a child, begging for forgiveness. I fight back the tears threatening to spill from my eyes, the sobs struggling to burst forth from my chest. I'm scum. A disgusting excuse for a human being. Not half an hour ago, I'd let myself to die in the rain. Because I'm a murderer. I don't have the right to Ciel's kindness. And yet right now, all I can think is that I hope she comes back soon. Ciel just busts in. Ayo, the pizza here. Oh, okay, that's what her okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little student apartment, yeah. Oh, she does have a little
ただいま、遠野
kitchenette.
くん。お留守番ご苦労様。
Ciel's carrying a number of plastic bags. Looks like she did some shopping.
ですね。とりあえずこれに着替えてください。安物ですけど、濡れた服よりずっといいです。お風呂もそろそろ沸きますから、お湯に浸かってゆっくりすれば、少しは気持ちも紛れますよ。
I swear to God, if it's a blue and orange shirt. I swear to God. Ciel has thought of everything. Drawing a bath, getting me a change of clothes. She's doing this all for me. I don't deserve any of it.
いいよ先輩。俺帰るから。これ以上迷惑はかけられない。
I button up my shirt, pick up my jacket, and walk towards the front door. I don't know where I'll go, but I can't stay in this room.
ダメですってば。そんな真っ青な顔で出歩くなんて、せめてきちんと温まってから。
Ciel reaches out. She grabs for my shoulder as I brush past, trying to stop me. I move to knock her hand aside, but I misjudge it. And just like that, the world around me inverts. Everything is coming apart. Reality fractures and imminent death seeps in through the cracks. This is a world where annihilation is only ever a breath away. A world that only a monster who kills without reason can see. In this world.
ああ、メガネ。ごめんなさい。私の不注意でした。壊れてたら弁償しますから。
Death is scrawled across this kind soul, scrambling to pick up my glasses. Alright, that's a very different line read than what I was going for. I swallow the scream crawling up my throat. I grab my hand as I instinctively rise to gouge out my own eyes. No. This is only the way things look. Doesn't mean it's happening. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But the lines on her face running red like blood. Just like the woman in white. Just like the moment that made me a murderer. Scrawled all over the person who saved me. I see the same red lines of death.
遠野くん？
I'll do it again. I won't be able to help it. This is beyond the bounds of rational thought. This is beyond the question of my sanity. I should hurry up and accept it. This is what I am. This animal is what I've always been. Wherever I go, I bring hell with me. To some dark, hidden part of me. Meaningless destruction feels like the most natural thing in the world. No. That's not true. She's biting her lip. I can't hear Ciel's voice, but I can see the warmth in her eyes. Even if the world around me looks like hell, reality still exists beneath and beyond it. Deep at the bottom of my soul, I find the truth. If Ciel can look at me with such warmth, and if I can still recognize that as kindness, then what my eyes show me can't be all there is. My heartbeat pounding to burst finally slows. I pick up my glasses from the floor and gently put them back on. It's all I can do to keep from breaking down. I collapse onto the floor with a great sigh. Once again, I've made a fool of myself in front of Ciel, but at least my thoughts and my vision are back to normal.
よかった。落ち着きましたか、遠野くん。
She's like, I get it, Tono. Sometimes I too want to just go ape. Raise my head to see her there, looking completely normal.
ほら、やっぱり満足に歩けないじゃないですか。体が冷え切っていること、分かってくれました？
She extends her hand towards me, flashing a teasing smile. Her eyes say, I told you so. Despite seeing me go to pieces, she's acting like nothing happened.
ごめん。 でも今のは体の問題じゃなくて。
It's funnily enough, like, if we compare when this game came out originally to now, the idea of a high school student just having a truly mind-breaking mental breakdown is like nowadays you'd be like, yep, that tracks so much, right?
いえ、体の問題です。一人で立ち上がれないのをちゃんと理解してください。ほら、力が全然入っていないじゃないですか。今の遠野くんなら私一人でもひょいっと運べちゃいそうです。
To be fair, you can just do that normally, but with that, Ciel grabs my arm and pulls.
と。
She hauls me back to the middle of the room. Wow, I didn't think she'd really be able to carry me.
遠野くん、今日はお家に帰れないんでしょ。もう今夜の用意をしてきちゃったんですから、いい加減覚悟を決めてください。
覚悟って先輩。
ちゃんと体を温めて夕ご飯を食べてしっかりするまで帰らないでください。そんな顔をしたまま出て行かれたら気になって眠れないじゃないですか。
God, you are so nice. I mean, you absolutely do have ulterior motives, but from the sight of Tonoshiki, you are so nice. The pain in my chest now is different from what I felt before. I sigh with my head bowed. Her concern is heartbreaking. I'm happy. So happy I could cry. But on the other hand, her kindness terrifies me.
なんで。
はい、何ですか遠野くん。
なんでそこまでするんですか。俺には。
I killed someone.
俺はダメなんです。さっきすごい間違いをしてしまって、責任も取らずに逃げてきて、死んでもいいとさえ思ったのに。
Even now, I'm trying to find refuge in Ciel, to run away from my sin, to run away from the fact that I took someone's life with my own hands.
俺の間違いはどんなことをしても許されない。いや、許されちゃいけないことだと思う。だからダメなんです。こんな風に先輩に優しくしてもらう資格なんて俺にはないんです。
はあ、遠野くん、自分が悪い人だって思い込みたいんですね。あなたはずっとそうやって裁かれる時を待っていたみたいです。けどそう思うということは遠野くん自身が自分の行動にまだ確信が持てないということでしょ。あなたはいつも自分が悪いと思っている。今日はその最たるものだった。でもそれが本当にいいことだったのか悪いことだったのかどう考えてもわからない。だからそんな風に一方的に自分を追い詰めてはっきりさせるしかないんですよね。
いや、それは。
I can't quite bring myself to disagree. I accept what I did. But I can't quell my doubts. Why would I do something like that? I still don't know what was wrong with me, or if I'm really where the problem lies. No. There's one thing I know for sure. For as long as I live, I'll never understand the feelings that I had in that moment. That's the wrong button.
ですが、私は遠野くんの犯した間違いというものが何であるかは分かりません。ぶっちゃけて言えばそんなことどうでもいいです。遠野くんは優しくされる資格がないって言いますけど、それは遠野くんだけの都合です。私が遠野くんに優しくするのは遠野くんのためじゃないんですから。
It'd be so
そん
funny
な
if
に
she
気に
was
しない
like,
でください。
besides, it's not like you killed someone, right? And we're just like,
俺のためじゃない。
はい、そのですね。 私は私が遠野くんに優しくしてあげたいからこうしているんです。要するに私の趣味です。遠野くんの事情はあまり関係ありません。仮にあなたが悪人でも私は手を差し伸べます。まあそんなことは100歩譲ってもないでしょうけど。
趣味って、先輩人助けが趣味なんですか？
I can't help but make light of her strange assertion. Ciel doesn't take offense. If anything, she seems proud of herself.
ええ、今回は人助けではなく、一人になりたがっている男の子を無理やり引きとどめて楽しんでいる悪人ですが、遠野くんにとっては迷惑でしょうけど、たちの悪い先輩に捕まったと思って観念してください。
She smiles as she speaks. It's a gentle, protective smile. With that, my heart finally cracks. The person in front of me just said she would help Shikitono, someone not even I can trust. And if I were evil, she'd help me anyway, just because she wanted to. No matter how unforgivable my sins. And in those words I find salvation.
そっか。ありがとう、先輩。
Not for believing in me, but for being here with me, my wicked upperclassman. I let out a breath I realized I was holding.
いえいえ、礼には及びません。だって私、遠野くんの先輩ですから。
I bow my head, thanking her from the bottom of my heart. As dreadful as the sound of my own heart was before, I realize that it once again beats with warmth. I really don't deserve her. But as long as I'm in her presence, the thought that I'm evil has no authority over me. I listened to the sound of the rain. Why was that so fast? That was remarkably fast for no reason. In the end, I couldn't turn down Ciel's kindness. Where are we right now? We're on a whole ass different route. Wow. I took a bath and put on the pajamas she got for me. After treating me to dinner, albeit a simple one of convenience store food, which in Japan is fine dining for compared to what we have back here, she convinced me to take her bed, in which I am now trying to fall asleep. Ciel laid out a futon on the... Sorry, a futon. A futon. I need to tell a story. Okay? I got a message on Twitter where someone was saying, you know, at Tanner of Denorth, I want to thank you because after watching all of your videos on Fate's Day Night, this person thought that the word futon was the actual pronunciation, and that during a tabletop game, they said the word futon rhymes with Putin, and everyone looked at them like they were insane. That is so funny that my stupid little mispronunciation, just because it's funny to say futon like futon, actually got someone to someone said that and everyone's like, what are you talking about? I think that's when you make it as a YouTuber, is when someone takes one of your weird speech patterns and says it in real life, and people react with like, what are you saying? That's when you know you've made it. So thank you for that. She laid out a futon on the nearby floor and went to sleep. I was dead set against sleeping in her bed, but
ここ安作りですから床は冷えるんです。風邪をひき始めている人にはおすすめできません。どうぞ 私のベッドを使ってください。
It does look like a pretty comfy little bed.
いやベッドって先輩の。
そうですよ。あ、気にしないでください。あまり使ってませんから新品同様です。
Aw, no sniffies.
いいですよね。日本のベッドふかふかで幸せです。
And that's how I ended up in Ciel's bed. I stare blankly up at the ceiling. It's an ordinary apartment that pales in comparison to the Tono mansion, yet somehow it feels so spacious. My senses must still be numb. Perhaps Ciel's concern for me is so overwhelming that it's making me feel minuscule in comparison. We chatter like usual during dinner, Ciel being her normal, cheerful self. Is it just me, or is that light like have a weird... Like, it looks like the bottom light there, is that the fire detector? Is it like super low quality for anyone? Like, is it just me? Is that something to do with my my capture card, perhaps? What if I changed to the default color range? Will that make it look better? Did that even do anything? I don't think it did anything. Let's see here. Color range, color space, buffering. I don't think any of that will do anything. Huh, nah, no. It's just remarkably low quality. It's like I can see the compression in it. You know what? This scene is just probably super zoomed in. We talked about school, about a bunch of shops I've never heard of, all sorts of things. There was no lull in our conversation. I wasn't able to offer anything interesting, but talking helped my crazed mind regain normalcy bit by bit. I feel both guilty and happy. I'm not sure what to think anymore. I killed someone a few hours ago and now I'm getting flustered about sleeping in a girl's bed like I'm a normal high school boy. Funny. Thought that I would never get to do that again. In my sleepless state, I find my gaze wandering. What do I do now? Where do I go from here? I'm completely lost. The patter of rainfall continues outside. A lovely sound.
遠野くん、早く眠らないと明日遅刻してしまいますよ。
That looks so comfy. Oh my god, I am feeling you with my eyes right now, and you feel like a big fluffy pillow. I want to hug you.
先輩、起きてるんですか？
はい。遠野くんが眠るまで眠れません。私、一応女の子なんですから。
ごめん。やっぱり台所で眠るよ。
Buddy, that kitchen's too small.
もう、何度も言わせないでください。遠野くんは風邪のひき始めなんですから、台所には寝かせられません。いいから、嫌なことは忘れて眠っちゃってください。
嫌なこと。
That's impossible. That's something I can't forget. Something I mustn't ever forget. Whatever the reason, I killed someone. Forgetting what it was that I took would be an even greater sin. Bit of a weird sentence, but I got it.
ダメだ。罪はごまかせないよ、先輩。忘れることはできないし、忘れるつもりもないんだ。けど、ありがとう。今日は先輩に助けられた。あのままでいたら本当に俺は死んでいたかもしれない。
That would have been the coward's way out. Now that I've calmed down, I finally realized it. Ending my life wouldn't constitute atonement. I truly believe I did something wrong. The last thing I should do is run away from it.
罪ですか。 どうも遠野くんの間違いというのは私では想像もつかないことみたいですね。けど遠野くん、罪を犯さない人なんてこの社会にはいないんじゃないでしょうか。人間は誰もが罪人なわけですし。
I swear to God, if she says, you know, Shiki, Jesus died for us to atone for our sins. If Jesus comes up, I will scream.
先輩、それはどういう。
いえ、誰もがというのは言い過ぎでしたね。でもいい人間と悪い人間がいるんじゃないんです。ただどうしようもなく何かの弾みで道を踏み外す人がいるだけで。生きている以上誰だって過ちは犯してしまう。悲しいですけどそれは避けられない。だって人間はそういう風に生きる動物です。知恵がある以上誰かの幸福を踏みにじらずにはいられない。
Her voice, tinged with bitterness, echoes in the darkness. Ah. I never expected Ciel to be so cynical.
なんだよ先輩、それじゃあさ、なんか救われないよ。みんなが過ちを犯してるなんて、そんな例え話。
そうですね。それじゃあ救われませんね。けど罪というものは償えるじゃないですか。
Oh my God, we're getting real close to Jesus.
世の中には善人も悪人もいません。ただ罪を償える人と償えない人がいるだけなんです。ですから救われない人というのはどうあっても自身の罪を償えない人のことだと思います。
どうあっても償えない。
はい。でも遠野くんは償える人です。何をしてしまったかは知りませんけど遠野くんは償える人ですよ。不安で眠れないのならこの先どう償って生きていくかを考えればいいんです。それはすごく難しいことですからそのうち頭がパンクしてスルッと眠れちゃいます。
That is actually true. If you're having a hard time falling asleep, sometimes thinking too much can actually help you do it. You will literally just get tired from overthinking.
けど
It's not recommended, but it works.
俺の間違いはどうやったって償いきれない。こればっかりははっきりとしたことなんです。
そうですよ。どんなものであれ罪というものは完全には償えません。
Every time they talk about atoning sins, I just feel Jesus Christos approaching so quickly.
誰かを傷つけてその人の傷を治したとしても傷つけたという罪は消えないでしょ。どんなに頑張っても犯してしまった過ちは消えてくれないんです。償いとは結果ではなくその過程で生まれる心の在り方だと私は教えられました。他人に強制されずとも自らを罰することができる心、償える人と償えない人というのはそういうことです。だから遠野くんは間違いなく償えちゃう人ですね。
That's nice, but it really does make it sound like you're gonna make me go to church soon. I wonder if that's true. I certainly don't have that much faith in myself or in the God above. But if Ciel believes in me, then that's the way I'll live my life.
わかんないな。俺ひどい人間だよ。先輩が思ってるほどいいやつじゃない。
But he doesn't know that he just killed her mortal enemy.
そんなの簡単にわかりますよ。さっきですね、私ちょっと感動しました。
あるけど、それがどうして。
あれだけの傷跡ということはとても大きな事故だったんでしょう。爪痕というものは心を歪ませます。あんなに大きな、しかもまだ消えない傷だなんてちょっと普通じゃないですよね。けれど遠野くんはとても自然です。あの傷を受け止めて生きてきたのなら それは間違いなく誇れることです。遠野くんはとてもまっすぐな幼年期を過ごしたんでしょうね。あなたはきっと怒ることはあっても人を決して恨まない。
Ciel wraps up her monologue and falls silent. I listen carefully. I can hear her breathing gently.
寝ちゃったのか、先輩。
No response. Outside, I hear nothing but the endless sound of rain.
償いか。
A punishment befitting the sin committed. By tomorrow, that woman's body will be found, and the news will be reporting a new and bizarre murder. When that time comes, what I will lose will be beyond measure. It'll probably cause a great deal of trouble for Akiha, and I won't be able to talk with Ciel like this ever again. But if that's part of my atonement, I have to accept it. My life will end, or my penance begins. If that brings even a shred of comfort to the people who knew the woman I killed, then perhaps I really will be able to atone someday. I'm getting a little sleepy. Me too, buddy. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. But if I'm allowed, at the very least, I hope I have enough time to thank the people who have been kind to me. Dang. Okay. Okay. That means we're in, I think. If I'm correct, if I'm gonna hit this button, we're gonna already be on Ciel's route. No? No way. We are so Ciel pilled right now. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. We will see you for some more Tsukihime next time as we continue on with the Ciel route. Things will kind of converge a little bit more, right? But we know there's a point where we're supposed to go with Ciel to the department store, right? And that will lead us to some other stuff. So I'm excited for that. We'll get some new stuff pretty quickly here. Thank you all for watching, guys. We'll see you then for that. Ciao.